Trying to make friends? Trying to make friends? Stopped at the gas station to get some gas, as one does. And I thought I'll go and buy some chips and a drink and leave my keys on the seat of the car, which was a mistake because Georgia, in her excitement to watch everything I'm doing at all times, jumps over onto the driver's seat and, of course, locks the car door. Fortunately, there was some sort of like auto body tire place across the street, so I went over there and there was a gentleman who had the tools one needs for breaking into one's car and was able to free Princess Georgia from her entrapment. But I tell you, that's one of those things you just don't see coming. On this trip, there's always something that's just, did not see that coming. But she was freed in the end, so all is well. So the South has been hot as balls. It is soul meltingly hot here. I mean, just disgusting. Like 90s and humid, and I can deal with it because I can always put on a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. Georgia is not so lucky. She's walking around in a fur coat, and a couple of days ago I was starting to get really worried about her because she was just dying. So I literally just had to like idle my car for an hour so she could have some air conditioning. But that is really not a sustainable solution. It's also clearly not good to be just idling your car in the woods. I don't think the woods enjoy that. So I have to come up with a more sustainable solution. I tried to do things like get a campground like by a lake or a pool or a river. Good dog, good doggy, good dog. This lake is absolutely teeming with fish. They apparently do not know what I had for dinner last night because they are coming very close with no fear. It's amazing. So pretty. And that's great, but they don't always have them. Or sometimes they do, but it's popular in the area and then it ends up being just covered in children and annoying people. So made a little trip to Dollar General. I haven't figured out which there are more of in the South, Dollar Generals or Baptist churches, but there's a lot of both. And got myself a Georgia pool. I am very excited to try this out. This is ridiculous, but hey, when you can't go to the lake, you bring the lake to you. I got my little inflator thingy. Let's see how this works. This little mini inflator thing is one of the coolest things I have gotten on this trip. It is miraculous. Miraculous. Georgia, want some? I didn't know what I was going to need it for, but I figured why not? It's so small, and it was actually relatively cheap. I think it was in like the $30–40 range. But for an air mattress, for anything you could want, it repowers with like little USB. So awesome. And the hose I'm using to fill it, that I had brought, I had planned ahead on. So I thought, like, you know what, that could come in handy. I don't know what for yet, but and actually I store it usually like in with my spare tire, so it's out of the way for like the one random time I might need it. It's also pretty lightweight and cheap. So, but even that, I just thought like just hosing off at a campground would be great, because a lot of campgrounds, have like water hookups that have a little screw-on nozzle. So yeah, just for any number of reasons, I thought I might be able to use it. you best believe I'm going to be in that pool watching the campfire tonight. Ooh, that's going to be nice. But for 15 bucks, that's a pretty nice way to upgrade your campground. I have to say, that's pretty baller. Like, this is almost MTV Forest Crib level. I wonder if woodland creatures are going to want to come and sit in the pool with me. So if you think setting up a kiddie pool in your campground is ridiculous, then you will definitely think this next part is more ridiculous. But the heat and humidity here have been so ridiculous that I feel justified in this. And remember, I'm doing this for George's sake, not my own. Although, it's really nice. I decided to stop at Wally Mart, and 130 bucks later, I would like to introduce you to the Ice Palace. The Ice Palace is essentially a cheap-ass air conditioner put in through the side door in my tent. I also threw a tarp because the top of the tent has like vents in it, so when it's hot you can get air, but yeah, I don't want air getting out. Also, check out the ant invasion. See, they know what's up. They want to get into the Ice Palace. These guys are like, it's cool in there, let me in, bro. No, you cannot come in. Inside, we have cool air. I don't even need to put this on like a particularly high level to get it. It is much nicer if you're directly in front of it, obviously, but with the tarp above it, it actually keeps the cool air in pretty well. So the one thing about the air conditioner is you cannot run it off any battery really on the market, unless you're getting like a serious like industrial battery. Certainly my solar battery can't power it. So this is only an option if I stay at a campground that has electrical hookups, which are often more expensive. This place in North Carolina is 25 bucks a night for water and electric hookups. But I decided since it was face of the sun hot, it was worth splurging a little. For comparison, the regular campground is like 15 bucks, 10 to like maybe 10, 15 bucks for no hookups. But if you're at a regular campsite, if you get like a campsite close enough to the public use water spigot, there's a good chance you could still run your hose from that to fill up your little kiddie pool. So that's an option even at the cheap campground sites. If you're boondocking, good luck. Get a fan. I guess that's all you can really do there. So I think this will be a lot of fun, but I think it also means that if I'm buying kiddie pools and air conditioners, I need to rethink my route. Originally, I was doing a clockwise circle around the U.S., and I think this is maybe going to be as far south as I can go. I'm headed west now towards the Smoky Mountains. I think getting some elevation will cool things off, and then from there, maybe I need to start heading further north. Maybe it's time to visit Canada, but they're having forest fires in Canada, so I don't know, the whole planet is burning. But that is for another video, and probably someone else's channel. Anyway, time to take a dip. So it's like 93 degrees outside the pool. It is chillaxed inside the pool. It's a party, y'all. Bring your friends, as long as they're very small friends only, because this is not a big pool. George, you want to come in? Come on. You know you want to. You know you want to. I think Georgia just said no to the pool. It's a little ridiculous to have the air conditioner and the pool. At that point, you might say, well, why not just get like an RV? But the RVs, I mean, they are so big and unwieldy. It really limits where you can go and what you can do. There's a lot of roads I've taken that RVs would not have been able to get down. So it is limiting, but definitely more comfortable once you're finally set up. So I do want to be a bit more mobile. And then I also can imagine like real camper people saying, oh, come on, man, this is ridiculous. That's not even camping anymore. You got an air conditioner and a kiddie pool. That's ridiculous. And you know what? Okay, sure. I'm not really camping. I have been on the road for almost 3,000 miles now and about a month and a half. So if I want a few creature comforts, I'm gonna give myself some creature comforts. So you can eat a bag of dicks. But I do understand that some people might say that. But I go back to something from the first video, Kate Glenn, the woman who works at Paul Smith College. I kept asking her, I don't know, should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? She said, whatever, it's your trip. You do it your way. And you know what? That sounds like the type of advice I would have told someone coming to Tokyo 15 years ago. I would have said, you know what? Don't listen to other people saying like, oh, you got to do this and you got to do that. It's your Japan experience. You do it the way you want to do it for you. I have officially beat the heat. Nice. Other bonus, this is about the cleanest I've been in a month and a half. Wet wipes, camp showers, jumping in lakes. None of those really gets you as clean feeling as a good long soak in a kiddie pool. Growing up in Long Island, my knowledge of the South as a kid was limited basically only to what I saw on the TV show The Dukes of Hazzard. But now I'm an adult, and I really think it's time I expand my knowledge of the Dukes of Hazzard. So, of course, I'm going to the Dukes of Hazzard Museum here in North Carolina. Yes, it exists. I had a whole group full of Girl Scouts visit on a van. They were traveling North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, making a little tour. So they enjoyed the museum, but when they left, they came back out of the bus and look what they offered me as a gesture.
Old Ford Distillery moonshine.
So
yeah.
I'm like, nobody's going to believe this story. The Girl Scouts come back and gave me the moonshine. It's the real deal too, boy. It's like, there you go, man. Oh yeah, Tracy Duke, you're at the Boar's Nest Dukes of Hazzard Museum in Rougemont, North Carolina. And how did this place come to happen? I went to a hazard hunting homecoming about 6 years ago, and I told my wife, I think I'll make a Dukes of Hazzard museum. And I got 32 years experience in the Museum of Life and Science, in Durham Museum. What'd your wife say? She knows, but she believed me. No problem. It's a good wife. Yeah. So I did all this. We are a nonprofit 503c. We have a lot of people come up from all over the world. Italy, London, Germany. People, they fall in here all the time. Dukes of Hazzard is a worldwide thing. It really is. The museum was awesome. The main reason the museum was awesome, though, was that the owner-proprietor man who built it, literally hammered every nail, was clearly so passionate about the museum and about Dukes of Hazzard. And I find anything like that, where you see the person doing it has some excitement and passion for it, is irresistibly awesome. So the museum is great, but like the guy who ran it was super friendly and nice, and he made it even better than just a building. I was there at the same time as another YouTuber. What's the chance? Chunky Monkey 40, a very nice young man at the age of 18, has already been vlogging for 6 years. How is that even possible?
Really wish that they could go and do something like this. I have a lot of friends who wish they could. Travel the country, just getting out of high school. Last year everything was shut down with COVID, so we didn't get the chance to do that. My generation, I graduated in 2020, so I got let out of high school in March. And so, all last year is kind of mumbo jumbo. Like my generation, it wasn't until this year when we really started to realize, oh hey, I'm in the real world right now. What am I gonna do? And me, I decided I'm gonna travel. I'm gonna go see everything I've ever dreamt of.
In the last 10 days, he drove from Michigan to North Carolina, so he is doing a lot more miles than I am. But I am moving at a geriatric speed because I'm a geriatric man.
So this is day 10, I think, episode, what did I say, 12?
Yes, 11 or 12.
Yeah, this is episode 12 of the Traveler series. So, and we still got till August 14th. I got to be back in Michigan by then for the Kid Rock concert, so stay rebel.
You're making me feel bad. I've been on the road a month and a half and I've done 7 videos.
Oh my God, wow. Man, you need to get to it.
But wow, that's a lot of distance for 10 days. He also has done 12 videos in that same amount of time, where I've done, I think, like, what, 9 in a month and a half. So he's got the energy, he's got the youth, you know, the vim, the vigor. So good for him.
I'm living out of my truck. I set up the back like a camper, so.
Same. I got to give you this. You have a much cooler ride than I do. My Subaru back there doesn't look quite as awesome. So how has traveling been so far? Is it rough or enjoying it?
It's been pretty crazy so far, I'm not gonna lie. It's been, I love it to pieces. This has been an experience of a lifetime and I can't wait to do more of it. This back here is set up as a camper. So I put my mattress back here. I sleep in a twin bed anyway, so this is the same bed I sleep in at home. And I threw it back there, my merchandise in the back. This is the shirts that I sell right there, Orange Cars Matter. And then this is my slogan too, Stay Rebel, means to be yourself, be proud of yourself, regardless of what anybody thinks. And
that's awesome.
And that's what Stay Rebel means, is just if you want to do something, put your mind to it and do it. And this is where I've been staying. I got the shelf to edit my videos on, 2 fans for each window. You know, I've got the
How's
coolers.
the heat been?
I don't got air conditioning in this truck for driving, so it's rough. So, but at least the God invented wind, so that's nice. But yeah,
awesome.
it's been a magical experience so far, and it's nice to meet someone else who's doing it.
He's also traveling without an air conditioner, which makes me feel incredibly lame for how much in this video I've been talking about the heat. I gave him a little plug-in USB fan that I don't think I'll be using. I have an air conditioner because, oh man, a poor kid in the South without air conditioning in July. My God. So, but hey, good for him. Gotta go out there and live your dream. Like, his sentiments on it were very much the same as mine. That, you know what? Life is too short. Go out and do the shit you want to do, because no one's gonna do it for you. All right, I'm back at camp. It's pool time again. Oh, I cannot talk and back up at the same time, apparently. One thing I did not expect was some of the best meals I've had on this trip have been from gas stations in the South. You guys are on your gas station food game. I just got this burger from this random little gas station. It is good. A couple days ago, I was driving south to Virginia. I stopped at this little gas station and got some fried catfish and French fries. Oh my God. It was like the best I've had in a very long time. It was amazing. Seriously, the South and gas station food, combination for the win.
Toothbrush is gone and his checkerboard.
His checkerboard. It wasn't looking good, because the boys knew that Uncle Jesse never went anywhere without his checkerboard.